Hi, I'm Chef Bill Quick, chef and culinary arts instructor at WYKE Technical College in Inverness. Today we're going to make pork marsala. A lot of people have had veal marsala and chicken marsala. Well, you can make it with a boneless pork loin too. And these are just like you would get in a grocery store. It's just a boneless pork loin, thin sliced. We have a little mushroom, and we'll use a little Marsala wine, our Espanol sauce from a previous segment that we did, and that's about it. A little lemon juice, and we're good to go. So all I'm going to do is take the pork here, and I'm just going to pound these out a little bit, just to tenderize them a little bit. Spread them out a bit, and it's just a mallet. You don't have to use a mallet. You can use a 2x4 with a piece of paper. I mean, it really doesn't matter as long as you're getting it flat. The side of a wine bottle works really good. So, oops. And you see I'm using the side, I'm not even using the tenderization part. I'm just trying to get them a little flatter because they'll tend to shrink in when we cook them. We want to keep a nice big plate, right? And it's enough for 2 people for dinner. Okay, we're good. So we'll take that, set them off here. Okay, and some lots of mushrooms. Everybody likes fresh mushrooms. And I like to use mushrooms that are a little older, you know. Just brush them off, give them a little wash. That's it, and they have much more flavor. So if you see those ones that are there in the grocery store that have a little age on them and you're trying to get rid of them, those are really the ones you want, especially these white button mushrooms. You know, and I don't slice them too thin. Doesn't have to be fancy. They're all going to cook down quite a bit. You can quarter them if you like. Doesn't matter. So we'll do a few of these. Okay, a little more. Maybe 2 more. We're good to go. Nice big one. Okay, so we're ready. Now we'll go to the stove. Okay, so here we are. We're at the stove now. We're going to go ahead and finish our pork marsala. So what I have here is our sliced mushrooms I did a few minutes ago. A little lemon for a little Marsala wine. This is dry Marsala wine. This is flour. It has a little salt and white pepper in it. That's why we don't need to season this. It's already in here. Okay, a little butter for mounting afterwards, and just a little salt and pepper. So we're going to go ahead and turn our fire on here. This is clarified butter. We talked about that last time. It's just butter that has all of the water and milk solids removed. And you'll see it's nice and hot already. And I always like to use a hot pan and cold oil. It'll keep your food from sticking, believe it or not. We're going to lightly dredge these in this flour, shake it off. So we'll do a portion for 1 here. Okay, like that. Shake it off. You don't want it real floury. And we're going to saute that now. Turn it up a little bit more. And this will cook really quick. It's very thin. Make sure you get plenty of color on it. And again, you can use veal. You can use chicken breast, pound it out. I love pork like this. I think it works really good. And I leave that little bit of fat on there too. It adds a lot of flavor. Doesn't really, it pretty much all cooks off at the end. So here we go. We'll check it for brown, a little bit of brown on each side. And that's good. You'll see it'll start to curl in a bit. We'll go ahead and give it a flip. That's nice. A little golden brown, a little GBD on there. Over it goes. I like to use a pair of tongs. You can use a fork, whatever floats your boat, really. Just keep the pan nice and hot. You'll see nothing sticks. This is a regular pan. It's not Silverstone or whatever that's called. It's not Teflon coated. It's just a regular pan. Okay, and that's pretty hot. We're going to go ahead and shut it down just a little more. Again, this is an induction stove, and it's very, very hot, very fast. So that's really good right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take this pork out like this. I'm going to go ahead and just keep this warm in an oven off to the side. We're going to go ahead and add our mushrooms now to this. Nice and hot still. Keep sauteing. So you'll see the mushrooms, they really like to absorb the butter that I put in here. We'll just put a little bit more. But you want to put some brown on them, right? You want that flavor, that caramelization. That's what adds flavor. So that's good, and when you saute, you don't pick the pan up and flip, you do it on the fire. This way it stays hot, see? Okay? So we're going to add a little lemon juice to this, and we'll just squeeze it through my finger to catch the seeds. I like a little lemon. I've actually seen this made with little balls of cantaloupe and honeydew in it, and it's really, really good. I like to put some capers in there sometimes, and then we'll go ahead and add our wine. And this is dry Marsala, like I said. And we're going to go ahead and let that reduce. Now, a lot of restaurants you'll go into, that's it. There's your chicken Marsala or your veal Marsala or whatever. And they'll just reduce this down, and it's it. And the sauce is a little bit thin for me. But I'm more classically trained. I like a thicker sauce on my plate. I like something that holds on to the pork when I'm eating it. I don't like things running all over the plate. So once the alcohol is evaporated with this, you're pretty good to go. So here's our Espanol sauce we made in a previous show, and that's the same one. It's still in the same pot. We're going to go ahead and add that to this. Okay, little spoon, mix it up. Nice, see a little bit more consistency to the sauce, and you can let this reduce and cook as much as you want. I'm going to go ahead and add a little salt and pepper to our sauce now because that sauce was unseasoned. We always do it at the end. Remember, you can always put some in. You can't take it out once it's in there. Nice, look at that come together. Okay, so now I'm just going to take our pork. I'm going to slide it back in for a minute. Like that. We're going to let it simmer a second. Take our plate here. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so now we'll plate it. All right, so here we are. So now we're going to go ahead and plate our pork Marsala. Here's our pork, our boneless pork chops. We'll go ahead and lay them on our plate like this. Nice, fan them out a little, make it look nice. That's a nice portion right there. Okay, plenty of sauce. Everybody likes the sauce. Go ahead and sauce it. That looks pretty good right there. So you got plenty of sauce. You can use that for something else. Here's the rice we did. We'll just remove our herbs here. And this rice we did in a previous episode here. We'll go ahead and serve that with a little rice. You can serve with pasta. Even mashed potatoes is really good with this. Okay, like that. Go ahead and clean our plate. Little garnish. And here we are, pork Marsala, rice pilaf. Not too bad, huh? Enjoy it. I'm Chef Bill Quick, culinary arts instructor with Lucucci Technical College. For information on the culinary arts program or any other program here at WTC, just give Student Services a call. Thank you.